baby brother who was 3 years old, and once upon a time he's had it pretty good. Sometimes they think maybe if I go back I might have it pretty good if I pick up an AK, right? Like, you know, the product of that, you know, the centrist idea in that, people aren't acknowledging in that, right? That we can sit there and associate and that, okay, we fucking, the war stops now. And everyone in the world who comes from hardship now gets $5,000 and can go back to where they come from without prejudice. There's still going to be prejudice. There's going to be prejudice wherever you go, because now you're not them enough. Right? And that's going to be the same thing that happens to me, the same thing that happens to Ethan, the same thing that happens to AB, the same thing that happens to Hassan, the same thing that happens to anyone of color. Any person who's a white-appearing person, Asian person, black person, Hispanic person, Cuban person, Colombian person, you are never going to be one of them. Right? You can meet in a middle ground, maybe through language, maybe some association, you get married. But when it comes down to push to shove, you know, I'm an Irish person and I go to Ireland and I learn Gaelic and I become predominant in the Irish schools. I will never be Irish, right? And that is the way to look at it, because I'm not one of them. I didn't grow up like that. I didn't live like that. I don't share their struggle and their pain. And we can relate in the middle ground by, all right, we can both speak Gaelic, my fucking potato famine, blah, 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 because that's my predominant nationality, right? The 40%, 42%'s Irish. Right? That's never going to make me Irish. Not because I'm not 100%, but because their struggle ain't my struggle. Right? And these Irish people, they don't want to live in fields and farms and chop peat all day. Right? They want to do things more practical. Right? They want to do farming, agriculture, bioscience, biomed, nursing. Right? Like they want to have those same options as everybody else. But then we can't, you know, as people, I can't, as a person who's an Australian Irish person who's a part of that industry, I can't provide all of those needs, right? Because I have to provide them to everyone. But then I'm dealing with the fucking problems of the entire world, and I don't want motherfuckers to live in a tent. But then you're gonna come work for me, you're gonna be living in a fucking tent, right? And so then, like, now we're in this paradigm. At least I'm have an option to think about trying to provide people option. Right, like to some extent, like that's majority of the world's issues, right? And it'd be like Hassan or AB or Ethan theoretically going home and trying to be Turkish, trying to be Lebanese, trying to be Israeli. You'll never be Israeli, right? You'll never be Turkish, because you're not. You're an American, right? You can have all the research within history that you want. Right, that when it comes down to it, you can get jumped into a gang, but you're still never as powerful as those motherfuckers who are there. Right? They're going to tell you